Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. Today I'm going to be showcasing one of Nubeo's iconic timepieces, the Magellan. And if you're not familiar with Nubeo, the link is in the description. After the video, go ahead and check them out. See what kind of deals they got going on. The prices of Nubeo are always all over the place. So you might go there one day and have these watches be $1,200. The next day they might be drastically on sale for like $250. So remember, value is subjective. You have to decide what you want to spend your money on and where you're comfortable with, or what you're comfortable with. But I just wanted to showcase these watches all together and show you guys more close-ups of the watch. So I'll be kind of refilming some videos, and in time just give you guys more of those close-ups that you guys really want. I know a lot of times I enjoy the communication about watches and talking about them and sharing these great timepieces with you folks and giving each watch a fair handshake, no matter what brand they are. But a lot of times, I know in my mind I always think, well, you know, do you really need close-up shots? Because you can just click the link in the description and check out these watches right off the manufacturer's website. But I guess some folks do appreciate being able to see it kind of manipulated and a little bit up close. So I'm going to do that for you guys. So let me know what you guys think of this style of video. Again, a little bit of a learning curve. I'm going to be editing. I know, believe it or not, doing a little editing and kind of piecing this stuff together. So I'm just going to show you the watches first, right on one-on-one here, and then we'll edit into the close-ups of these watches. So again, this is the Magellan line. Two of these watches I did remove the strap and put on a custom exotic strap. So just kind of keep that in mind, and I'll show you those as we go down the list here. So I have on the Magellan watch, I think I have all of them out here. I have 6 of these. And so I'm just going to start off with the black. Now some of these watches are quartz and some are automatics. And I'm going to, at the end of this video, I will put in the description which particular model or which movements these watches have, because I've been harping on it for a while, but when you go to the Nubeo site, they're just going to state like quartz, Japanese quartz, or Japanese automatic. The good thing about this is that was a deal breaker for a lot of folks. They're like, well, I don't want to spend, you know, $300, $400, $500 on a watch if I don't even know what kind of movement it has. You know, that may be a checkbox for you. For me, I know how reliable things are nowadays. I don't really need to have a name brand movement in my watch, but I know a lot of folks aren't like that. So good news is that a lot of the movements they're using that are automatic are the NH series, but I will disclose that when we're doing a little more close-ups here, right? So, all right, so this one's the first one, and I will give you guys the name of these watches once I go back and give you guys the close-ups here. So this is, for now, we're just going to call this all black. I think it is called like the Viper Black or something, but and again, this is going to be kind of, I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible, just giving you guys the information. Again, click the link and see what color straps they come with. Generally, these watches come with 2 different color straps. So this one obviously is on the black, black and silver, great looking piece, and this is an automatic version. We'll come back to this. Next one, this is done in a gray and like gunmetal. Again, each one of these watches, I'm going to be repeating myself, or I'm like, ooh, I really like this one, or ooh, I really like that one. You know, they're just all fun, and they're all like customizable, which is great. You can get different straps from Nubeo and really change it up. Hence why I have 6 of them. I absolutely love this piece. Very Richard Mille style watch. That tonneau shaped case, very cool. This is the very first one I got. This one here I did put on a genuine Python strap. It does come on white, and I think it came with maybe a yellow strap, but again, click the link, you know, you'll find it on their site. A lot of these watches are not going to be in stock, so if you're lucky enough by the time you watch this video to click the link in the description and check out the Magellan line, if you see any for a great deal, pick them up. I know Christmas is coming around. Nubeo is constantly doing their 50% off sale, but you also get, I believe it's a 15% coupon code FATCAT15. Try to use that regardless, because sometimes it works even when they have a drastic sale. So that's pretty cool. And these are space-themed watches after the Magellan. Again, I'm not going to get involved in that story. If you want to know more about each individual watch, I've reviewed each one of these individually. Just search for Fat Cat Collections, Magellan, Nubeo, and you'll find all my content. Pretty cool. It does look great on the white strap as well, don't get me wrong. Next one, this is the Cigar Brown. Rose tone and brown, absolutely stunning watch. This did come on a brown strap, but I did put it on years ago. A company sent me these exotic straps, and this is genuine shark skin, and so I wanted to utilize these straps so it fit this watch. This is actually a 22mm strap, but I have it on, I think, at 22 or 20. The Magellan's either a 24 or 26 lug to lug, but it still fits. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but very cool on that shark skin. Great looking piece. And this one here, some folks refer to these as like the Deadpool variations. It's got that deep blood. I kind of call it blood red. Very dark, very vampire-ish, you know what I mean? I absolutely love that blood red. It's been a color choice of mine for a while now. Even when we go back to like my Invicta Pro Diver, Mr. Perez got me last year for Christmas. Just a stunning color and just really, I don't know, something dark about it. Pretty cool. And this is, again, an automatic variation. Some of these I'm showing you are automatic, and some have different faces. Again, they've made several different variations. Last one here, this is their NASA variation. So this is more of a NASA-themed watch. It's still space-themed. It's still the Magellan, but they've added the NASA branding on it. And, of course, exhibition window in the back. Done in that red and white. Very cool. This one does come in a NASA case. Again, I don't have all the boxes here. They're in storage. Go ahead and click the link. Check them out directly off the website. So let's look at some close-ups here. We're going to talk more about the specifications. Hey folks, welcome back. Got my trusty black jeweler's gloves on here. Let me just start right off with the one we ended on. I believe we ended on this one, the NASA variation of the Magellan. Done in that blood red case. Very cool. I love the red and white. Again, you're going to hear me say that quite a bit. I feel like every time I pick up a watch, I'm like, oh, I love this. This is why I have like almost 300 watches now. It's an addiction, and it's just so fun to keep adding watches to the collection. Now, this one is powered by, and just so you guys know, all these watches, all the cases are extremely similar with the exception of the NASA branded version. The NASA variation has the NASA logo on the face of the watch and a different exhibition window on the back. But I love how they've done that. They kind of like that kind of tangerine color. Very cool. So this one, though, if you look at any of the Magellans that have the exhibition window at the roughly the 1, 2, 3 o'clock position, this is going to be powered by your trusty NH series movements. So I'm really happy that Nubeo sent me a spreadsheet explaining or showcasing the movements in these watches. Now remember, anything, full disclaimer, anything I tell you guys in this video is coming directly from Nubeo. This is the information that I was told, and as always, you know, it's up to you if you make a purchase to verify that information. But based on my contact, it's been with Dartmouth Brands for many, many years. This is the information provided, and with the information I've been provided, this is an NH39. So, and I believe the NH39 is a, ooh, I always forget. Some of them have the date, some of them have the no date. I forget exactly what the NH39 is. I'm seeing kind of like I believe it's like a minute, maybe an hour indicator. No, not 100% sure. You guys probably know more than I do, but it is your trusty NH series movement. Time tested, absolutely stunning, and that is going to be something that some folks are, you know, it might be a checkbox for some folks, you know. And I totally get it. I may not be as critical when it comes to watches, but it just depends on what I'm spending my money on. I'll be honest with you, when it comes to crystals, I could care less what the crystal of a watch is because I've never scratched anything, right? But some folks are you know, that's a deal breaker for them. Just so you guys know, these watches have a mineral lens with an anti-reflecting coating. So they're a curved, domed sort of crystal, but they are not sapphire. So just so you guys are aware, I have, like I said, almost 300 watches, anything from K1 to Cristerna to Sapphire to Flame Fusion. You name it, I got it, and I've never scratched any of them. So it's pretty hard to scratch these crystals, and I wear my watches. Like, they're not safe queens, you know what I mean? They get worn, and now, granted, I don't, you know, if I'm wearing a nice watch, I'm not going to go out and mow the lawn, or crawl in my car, but for everyday use, they get worn, they get used. So definitely a cool looking color combination. As far as, like, I'm not going to read you the whole spiel, but again, it is at NH39. It is a stainless steel case. It does have a 48mm case diameter, which is to be said for any of these models. 15mm case thickness, got the anti-reflective coating, and this is a 26mm rubber strap, not silicone. 5 ATMs of water resistance. Now, this next one, I don't know which movement this one has because this is one of the variations. It looks like it's a different movement. It might be the NH39, but I'm just not 100% sure on that. Based on the location of, it might be the NH39 as well. It would be kind of weird if they put a different movement in this watch, but I can't confirm. when I look at the rotor, it looks like a different rotor on here. So I'm going to kind of go as far as saying that this particular version probably is not an H39. I don't know what it is. It might be a Miyota, but my spreadsheet doesn't actually have this model. But blood red, we call this one looks like blood red and gunmetal actually on the side. We call this one here the Deadpool watch. Very cool looking piece. And you can see the difference in the face on these. I'm not sure why Nubeo decided to do different variations of the face, but you know, it's still pretty cool. I happen to prefer this one better with just the open heart and the non-skeletonized look. I don't like how this has a lot of lume on it. We don't know what kind of lume is on it, but you know, very large numbers. You know, they're both nice. Don't get me wrong, but I do prefer this face here. Next one here, we'll go with this one is the Cigar Brown. Again, this came on brown strap. I don't remember what other color came with it, but got that brown and rose gold. And this one here is actually a quartz. So this one is powered by the Seiko VK67. And that is a, they call it the Mech Quartz movement. And just in a nutshell here, reading directly off Caliber Corner, they say that this is a, it's called the S2 VK67. It's part of their hybrid mechanical quartz line, the Mecha Quartz. And what it is, it's a chronograph movement that uses quartz technology for the main functions of the watch and a mechanical module for operating the chronograph. But still, it is a quartz, so it does have a battery. They say the expected accuracy on this is plus or negative 20 seconds per month at normal temperatures, and the battery life should last you 3 years. So remember, I like automatics, I like quartz as well, but you know, for me, I'll always gravitate more towards an automatic. But my dad, not so much. He preferred not to deal with, you know, winding the watch or wearing the watch to wind it and then having to reset the time. Whereas me, anytime I wear a watch, I pretty much have to set the time. But in all honesty, that can be said for even my quartz watches as well. I think this, let me see if this battery is even working at the moment. I can't believe I've had this watch 3 years. Yeah, it's still ticking away. I generally unscrew the crown and pull the crown. And if you do that on any of your watches, again, do so at your own risk. It does save the battery life. Now, Ronda movements tell you that it'll save 70%. Remember, don't go diving, don't go swimming with the crown out, but if you're going to leave this in your watch box, it's highly unlikely you're going to get dust inside here, but do so you know, at your own risk. But very cool looking piece. I didn't know how much I liked this on this genuine shark skin until I'm actually doing the video and seeing it. It looks killer, but it does come on a brown strap. Next watch, one of the newest ones I got. This one's done in the gray. Let me see if I can just kind of multitask here and see what they actually call this one. God, every time I go back to the site, they pop a new color on here, and I'm always like, I gotta get that. Very cool. This one is called the Circuit Black. Again, this is done with that Seiko S2 VK67 movement. We got that gray on gray and gunmetal. Just a great looking piece as well. I mean, all these watches are awesome. Hence the reason why you want to have each color. And what's crazy about it is that even if you get every color strap they have, you know, I love that they did the case and the face and all these different colors. It's just a lot of fun. You can really accessorize yourself with these watches. Very cool. Next one here, probably a color that most folks, this is probably one that sells out the most. This is their all black, and this is referred to as, let's see if they still have it on here. Sometimes they keep discontinued watches on the site. Other times they remove them. We have 3 pages of Magellans here. So this one is called, they have the copper. I mean, they have so many different color variations here. I think this one's just called black. Nope, that's a different one. No, that black's a little bit different. This is called, they have a Midnight Rose. They have the, oh man, they have, this one is Hornet Black. So you have a little bit of yellow on the indices or on the numbers. Very cool piece. And this one is the, as far as I understand, the NH39. For you folks who have to have those spec monster watches. I wouldn't consider these spec monsters, because if they were, even though it's not a big deal to me, most folks are going to want that sapphire crystal. But like I said, I personally don't care. I've never scratched any of these. Very cool. You can see each one has, you know, a little bit differences here and there. And of course, the final one here, this one here is done on that genuine Python strap. I have it on a 20, this is actually a 26mm Python strap, fits the watch perfectly. You know, the white is great on this watch as well. And I kind of go back and forth with wanting to throw it back on the original white strap. But I don't know, something really, you know, I love these exotic straps, but you don't always find watches that work well with them. I think that the shark skin works much better on the cigar version of this watch, but this still looks great too. I think this would look even better if it was all silver, but you do have some silver, you have some yellow gold. I mean, just still a great looking piece, and regardless, I mean, it's not like it doesn't match, but it's a different look. This might even be nicer on the black. I might have to kind of change this around a little bit and see what that might look like. That might look pretty cool as well. But that's the cool thing, you know. The nice thing about having a watch like this, you know, the straps are not proprietary. So any 26mm strap, even a 24 in some cases, will fit these watches, and you can really change it up and accessorize. Let me go back to this one here, and I forget the name on this. Let me see if I can find it while you guys are here. They might have pulled this one off the website because it is one of the earlier ones. Oh, there it is. So this is called Astral Gold. And again, when you click the link, you'll find this and you can see what it looks like on a white. It looks great either way, don't get me wrong. I mean, these are fantastic looking watches. And just like I said, a lot of fun. If you are a fan of that Richard Mille style watch, you know, you get these at a fraction of the cost. In all honesty, the quality, look at how great that looks with a black sweater. I mean, just a sweet looking piece. Very cool. And like I said before, folks, when you go to the site, if you buy one of these, you will want to add more to your collection. They're just so addicting. And for a guy like myself who absolutely loves bracelet watches, I do wish they made this watch on like a nice shark mesh or a nice bracelet. You can always find 26mm bracelets to throw one on. I will get one eventually. But there is something to be said about that rubber strap. It really just, if you are a guy who likes, you know, if you are conscious about the way you look and you're a guy who kind of have, you know, a little bit of style, it's great to be able to kind of have a strap. Look at how great that looks. I mean, man, I think this one is almost my favorite one as of this week. Doesn't that look great? I mean, like I said, you know, I'm not trying to tell you guys how to dress, but if you are a guy who likes to, you know, get dressed up and look your best and really take pride in the way that you look, I mean, throw this on with a brown leather jacket. You can really accessorize these watches and really kind of make a statement. Let me go to the NASA version here. I mean, they all look great. I mean, you really can't say, I mean, red may not be your thing, right? But I mean, they look fantastic. And the quality's there. You're getting, I personally think, other than, you know, some folks will say, you know, it doesn't have sapphire. I get that, you know, and that's always buy what, you know, what makes you happy and where you feel comfortable. But I just don't think it's really necessary. Again, if you're super clumsy, maybe, but I don't think anybody's going to be super clumsy wearing this. You spend your hard-earned money. Oh, God, that looks great. So exotic looking. Nubeo should really start doing exotic straps. I think it would really take these watches to the next level. Alright folks, well there you have it. 6 different variations of the Nubeo Magellan, arguably one of their best pieces. Again, when you go to their website, you're going to see all the different variations. These are fun watches to collect, and I like that Nubeo is kind of turning into one of those brands that people collect, just like Invicta. You know, people don't buy one, they buy multiple, and I'm hearing that more and more in the watch community. 3 different pages of variation on this watch. Whatever color tickles your fancy, you will find it on the Nubeo site. Again, some are not going to be available. These watches we destroyed. No, what was it? September. Great sales. I think it was over $13,000 in sales just through Fat Cat Collections. So you know, a lot of these are going to be sold out, but definitely check it out. As of today, I wish they would put a You could select whether you want to sort these by price or by featured, but you can't sort by availability. So when you go through here, you know, you are going to see a lot of sold out, sold out, sold out. I find what usually works is if you go ahead and search for the let's see, date, new to old. Generally, those are the ones that are available. The red is available, the NASA version. Price on these right now, $560 to $800. You can still get the Fat Cat Collections 15% off code. Use it if you do buy one, and just stay tuned. You know, subscribe to their list, sign up, and then anytime that, or bookmark my link, even better, and then just keep checking back. Again, they do range in price from that 1,200 point, but I've seen them as low as $250. So you know, you snooze, you lose. When you see them on sale, take advantage of it, but always try to use my coupon. I've heard and been told that sometimes that coupon works even when they have like a crazy sale. So try to take advantage of it. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. If I can help you in any way, drop a comment or drop me an email. I'm always around to help answer questions for this fun hobby of collecting watches. I love hearing your stories. And as always, have a fantastic day and take care.